Part 1, you are letting your life slip away, not because you are not smart, but because you let each minute fall out of your hands. You open your phone, you scroll, you smile faintly, you forget your goals. The day ends without a single real step forward. Here is the most painful truth. You are not lacking time. You are lacking the courage to use it the right way. Stop. Listen carefully. No one is coming to press the start button for you. There is no miracle. There is no born genius. There is only discipline. There are only choices you repeat every single day. You either build or you slowly destroy yourself. You already know what needs to be done, but you let comfort pull you back into that soft chair. Comfort gives you a false sense of peace. The result never comes. How many times have you promised yourself, tomorrow I will start? Then tomorrow turns into today again. You call that waiting for the right moment. In truth, you are hiding. Hiding from challenges, hiding from judgment, hiding from the imperfect version of yourself. But Stoics do not hide. They look their fears in the eye. They name them. They act even when their hearts still tremble. Hear this clearly. Discipline defeats motivation every single time. Motivation rises and falls like the weather. Discipline stands firm like stone. You want to change your life? Do not wait for motivation. Choose discipline. Choose one concrete action. Repeat it long enough, and your identity will learn change. You are no longer the one who tries. You become the one who does. In the next 60 minutes, you will enter real training. 7 harsh truths of Stoicism. Not comforting words, but blades that sharpen your courage. Each truth will peel away your excuses. It will crush your procrastination. It will give you tools to use time as a weapon. You will have a micro action to do right away. You will have questions to confront yourself with. You will have affirmations to lock in your new identity. You want a proactive life? Pay the price with discipline. You want real peace? Build your mental muscles in adversity. You want freedom? Cut the chains of your weak habits today, not next week, not when you have time, right now. If you are ready to join the 1% who dare to face the truth, take a deep breath. Decide. The journey begins here, and every word that follows will not comfort you. It will pull you up. By the end of this video, you will have a new identity, a person who owns their time and therefore their destiny. Part 2. Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short life, but that we waste much of it. People always think they still have plenty of time, but in reality, youth slips away faster than anyone expects." You look back at yesterday and ask yourself, what have I done except repeating meaningless routines? Here lies the paradox. The more you chase comfort, the less control you have over your life. Science has proven this. The brain always chooses the path of least resistance. Your phone, notifications, short videos, all designed to trap you in a dopamine loop. You get small rewards instantly, but every time that happens, you teach your brain, I do not need effort to feel happy. And at that very moment, your willpower erodes. Here is a harsh truth. Time favors no one. Those who use it well are rewarded with results. Those who waste it pay with regret. The only difference between those who move forward and those who stay still is how they treat every single minute that passes through their hands. Stoics do not let time pass naturally. They hold it tightly, they control it, they turn it into a sharp weapon. Marcus Aurelius once reminded, "Your life is shaped by what you repeatedly do each day. Not by big goals, but by small, consistent actions in the right direction." One small action today is better than 1,000 dreams tomorrow. You cannot expect extraordinary results if you live each day in an ordinary way. The most important truth you must accept right now is this: no one can steal your future except you. The decisions you avoid will come back as disappointment. The things you know are right but do not do will become the regrets that haunt you later. You choose comfort today and you pay with the rest of your life. Treat this video as inner training. You are standing before the door of another world, a world where you act intentionally instead of reactively, a world where reason guides your life instead of random emotions. If you are truly ready to change your destiny, you must unlock the next 7 truths. They are the first 7 bricks that build the foundation of someone who takes full ownership of their fate. Step forward. Part 3, the harsh truth. 1. No one is coming to save you. Have you ever felt like this? Waiting for someone to notice your potential, waiting for someone to open the door of opportunity, waiting for encouragement, for approval, for the right time, waiting until you feel confident, waiting until you have enough money, waiting until everything is perfect. You live as if a rescue team will show up when life gets hard, but the truth is, no one is coming. There is no God pulling you off that soft couch. There is no hero doing what you already know you must do. Every time you procrastinate, you are telling yourself that you are not important enough to prioritize your own life. Every time you choose entertainment over progress, you send a signal to your brain that your goals are just empty words. And time records that truth day after silent day. Epictetus once said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. Beginners are often laughed at, not because they are weak, but because they dare to move while everyone else stands still. Stoics do not seek the crowd's approval. They seek progress. They act even when doubted. They understand that the fear of judgment is the cage that keeps you trapped in your old life. Look at reality. No one cares about your dream as much as you do. No one can heal the wounds you keep hidden. No one will bear the pain of your regret if you do not dare to change today. Your parents may love you, but they cannot live your life for you. Your friends may support you, but they cannot walk your path. This world is busy with its own journey, and if you do not stand up and take charge of your life, no one will bring it to you. So why are you still waiting for a miracle? Is it because you fear to begin? Or because you fear to fail too soon? Or maybe you fear to start and realize you are not as good as you thought? Fear of not being enough is often the reason people never become better. You are stuck in the illusion that one day you will wake up and suddenly become your best self. But no, you only become the person you train yourself to be in the moments when you do not feel like doing anything, but you do it anyway. Imagine this. You fall into the ocean. The waves are strong. The water is freezing cold. You scream for help, but there is only wind and darkness. No one will dive in just because they hear you cry. You have to learn how to swim. You must bring yourself to safety. If you rely on a fragile hope that someone will appear at the perfect moment, you will drown. Life is the same. If you do not paddle, you will drift toward places you never wanted to go. And sometimes, the only salvation you need is to stop believing the stories that have controlled you for years. I just need more time. I will start when things are stable. I am not as good as others. All of those are just ways to make yourself feel comfortable while staying still. But comfort never leads you to your strongest self. It slowly keeps you weak. Stoicism teaches this. True freedom begins when you take full responsibility for everything that happens in your life. No blaming, no excuses, no waiting for the world to change. Your life is the direct result of the choices you make every single day. You choose to act or you choose to wait. You choose to move forward or you choose to stay behind. You choose strength or you choose ease. Whatever you choose, you are the one who lives with its result. Ask yourself, if I do not start now, what will change in a year? How many times have you looked back and told yourself, I wish I had started earlier? The days you have wasted will never return, but the days ahead are waiting for you to decide their value. If you do not take them, who will do it for you? Because here's the truth. When you die, the world will keep going, and no one but you will bear the cost of a life spent waiting. Stop living as if you have a backup life. You do not. You only have today. And choosing to act is your declaration that your life is worth fighting for. Micro action right now. Pause this video for 30 seconds. Open your notes. Write down one thing you know you should have done but have been postponing for too long. It does not have to be huge. Just one thing that proves to yourself that you can begin. Do it today. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for clarity. That action is the first step towards saving yourself. And now, I want you to ask yourself just one question. If not me, then who? If not now, then when? Every time you hear your mind making excuses, remember, no one else is responsible but you. No one else can win this battle for you. You are the final strategy. You are the only hope. You may be weak. You may be scared. You may not know how yet, but you must start, because those who never begin never change. Today, you must rise for yourself. You do not need recognition. You do not need anyone's pat on the back. You only need a decision. At the end of this part, I want you to carve this sentence deep inside. It is your oath, your first transformation. Say it out loud. Write it down in the comments to seal your new identity. Affirmation: I take 100% responsibility for my own life. 2. Procrastination is betraying yourself. You already know the right thing to do. You know what could change your life, but you still have not done it. You always have a reason. I need more time. I will do it tomorrow. I am not ready yet. But the truth is, you are silently signing a secret contract with failure. Every day you do not take action, you are selling off a piece of your own future. Seneca once wrote, "You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire." You are afraid of deadlines, afraid of aging, afraid of failing. But when it is time to relax and to scroll online for hours, you forget that your time is slipping away. You fear what is ahead, yet you are too comfortable with what is slowly killing you every single day. You do not procrastinate because you do not know what to do. You procrastinate because you know exactly what it demands: discipline, effort, and discomfort. You choose the easy moment now and trade away your future. That is the deepest betrayal. It is not others who make you fail. It is you pushing yourself away from what was meant to be yours. Picture a familiar moment. You set your alarm, determined to wake up at 6 o'clock. The alarm rings. The grand intention of yesterday disappears under the warm comfort of your bed. You hit snooze. 5 more minutes. But you know what really happens. It is not just sleeping longer. It is you telling yourself, "I prefer comfort over keeping the promise I made to myself." A small betrayal. But when repeated, it shapes your identity. I am someone who cannot keep promises to myself. Imagine that every time you procrastinate, you are pushing an opportunity one step farther away. One day of delay equals one lost chance forever. You will never know how many doors you have missed just because you thought, "I will do it tomorrow." The doors you do not open today may never appear again. In psychology, this is called delay discounting. You undervalue the future and overvalue immediate pleasure. Your brain loves instant rewards, but real achievement requires a long-term price. The difference between winners and losers begins in that exact moment when one person chooses to work even when they do not feel like it, while the other keeps promising next time. Marcus Aurelius once asked, "How will you live your life if you knew death is watching you?" Time is a relentless hunter, yet you act as if you are on pause, waiting for a better scene in life to begin. Unfortunately, life does not have a trial version. This is the real one, and you are wasting it day by day. Look back at who you were a year ago. What did you want to change? What promises did you make? How many became real? And how many faded into nothing? A year has passed. You cannot get it back. The question is, will you repeat the same year again? If you do not change how you treat time, the answer is already clear. Procrastination does not just steal achievement, it steals confidence. You know that feeling. When you skip something important, you feel smaller. You know you deserve more, but you do not act like it. Slowly, you stop trusting yourself. And when self-trust disappears, motivation follows. The Stoics understood that every second has value, not to live in a rush, but to live with intention. They start even before they are ready. They do not wait for the perfect moment. They create it through action because they know the world does not reward people for good intentions. The world rewards those who start. Think about an athlete. If they only train when they feel inspired, they will remain a hobbyist, never a true athlete. And what about you? Who do you want to be? And someone who dreams of the future, or someone who builds it with their own hands? Everything begins when you realize that a big promise about tomorrow means nothing if you do nothing today. Micro action right now. Choose one task you have been delaying for too long. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Turn off notifications. Do only that one thing. Do not think about the big result. Just finish the first step. When the timer ends, what matters most is not how much you did, but that you rebuilt your willpower muscle. I said it, I did it. Ask yourself, would you trust your future to a person who always procrastinates? If you already know you'll be disappointed in yourself later, why allow that to happen again? Every time you have a chance to act but step back instead, you are declaring that your dream matters less than a few minutes of comfort. But today, you are changing that by listening to these words, by facing this truth, and by taking action after it. Procrastination is a thief, and you will not let it rob you again. You do not need inspiration. You do not need perfection. You just need to start. Say this out loud and write it down in the comments. It is not just a sentence. It is your commitment to a different future, a future where you decide how valuable each day will be. Affirmation: I take action even when I do not feel like it. Then 3, you are not short on time. You are short on priorities. Have you ever said, I do not have time? Yet right after that, you spend hours scrolling through your phone, watching content that gives you nothing but a quick laugh and a long emptiness. You do not lack time. You are just letting unimportant things steal the time that should belong to your future. Seneca once said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. This is not philosophy, it is reality. 24 hours each day, you, me, and the people you admire all have the same. So why do some people create extraordinary results while others repeat the same boring life year after year? It is not about opportunity or luck. It is about priority. Think about a typical morning. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? Check social media. See who texted, see who posted something new. You start your day reacting to other people's lives. And when you start that way, your whole day follows that path, pulled around by things that have nothing to do with your goals. The Stoics never let the world decide how they live. They choose what matters first. They know time is their most precious asset, and the biggest waste is spending it on things that do not affect their lives. They work with purpose, not just to stay busy. They invest their energy in what moves them forward, not what drags them back. Have you ever felt busy all day but proud of nothing when you went to bed? That's a warning sign. Being busy is not the same as being effective. You can move all day long but make zero progress toward the life you want. Humans are experts at creating the illusion of hard work while being deeply distracted. Marcus Aurelius reminded, do not be disturbed by what does not belong to you. But you keep letting everything around you occupy your attention: drama, news, other people's opinions, and the goals society imposes on you. Yet, the only thing that truly belongs to you is the ability to build a better future. The real question is not whether you have time or not. It is, do you prioritize comfort or growth? Do you prioritize pleasing others or building your own life? Do you prioritize feeling good right now or becoming who you want to be? Think back to a recent day when you felt proud of yourself. What created that feeling? It was probably the moment you did what you knew you had to do, even though it was hard or not fun. When you finish something important, you respect yourself more. But every time you postpone it, you lose a piece of self-trust. Modern life is the enemy of priority. Ads keep telling you that you need more to be happy. Entertainment apps are designed so you cannot look away. Meaningless conversations quietly pull you off course. You become reactive instead of intentional. If you want to take control of your life, you must take control of your attention. Attention is the doorway to time. Wherever you put your attention, that is where your life grows or decays. If you constantly pour your attention into cheap things, you will live a cheap life. Look at the people you admire: successful entrepreneurs, elite athletes, respected artists. They are not as different from you as you think. They just know how to choose what matters each day. They say no to thousands of tempting distractions so they can say yes to one meaningful path. Here's your test. Are the things you do every day moving you toward your dream future? If the answer is not really, it is time to radically change your priorities. Micro action right now. Grab a piece of paper or open your notes app. Write down the 3 most important things you must complete tomorrow. Just 3, no more. These are the tasks that if you finish them, you will feel proud when you go to bed. And when you wake up tomorrow, do task number 1 before you touch your phone. Do not let the world reach you before you reach your own goals. Categories of work: important, moves you forward; urgent, demands attention now but creates no long-term value; meaningless, kills time but looks fun; Dedicate your life to the first. Minimize the second. Eliminate the third. You need to understand that prioritizing is an act of courage. It forces you to look directly at what you truly want. It makes you reject what does not serve your future, and that means you will sometimes stand out, you will be misunderstood, but that is the price of a meaningful life. Before doing anything, ask yourself, will this bring me closer to my best self? If the answer is no, stop. You cannot afford to waste another minute. You do not need more. You just need to choose better. You do not need to be faster. You just need to move in the right direction. You do not need more time. You need more priority. From this moment, you are the one who decides what deserves your time. And when you master that, you will realize you have enough time to build a life you are proud of. Affirmation: I spend my time on what truly deserves my life. 4. Comparison kills. Potential. You wake up, grab your phone, and start scrolling. Someone just succeeded, someone is traveling, someone else hit a new career milestone, and within the first few minutes of your day, you already feel like you are not enough. The scary thing is not other people's success, it is the way you use it to measure your own worth. Epictetus once said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of things." The problem is not that others are better. The problem is the thought whispering in your head, why am I still here? You turn your life into a race you never signed up for. You start playing by someone else's rules, and slowly you forget your own path. Comparison is a subtle trap. When you look up, you feel inferior. When you look down, you feel arrogant. Both directions pull you away from your own trajectory. The Stoics never measured themselves by external achievements. They measured by inner progress. They asked, am I better today than I was yesterday? Have you noticed? No one posts their failures. No one shows the nights they cried under pressure. No one shares the months when no one believed in them. You see the spotlight, but not the scars backstage. And then you think they are more talented, luckier, or had better conditions. You forget that the real journey is never shown on screen. When you compare your real life to the highlight reel of others online, you are playing an unwinnable game, judging your unseen efforts against their edited success. That is an unfair sentence you place upon yourself. Imagine this. You start learning a new skill. 1 month, 6 months in, and then you see someone who is miles ahead. You feel slow. You doubt yourself. You want to quit, but you forget that they might have failed for years before you even knew their name. You are comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 10. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Do not waste the remainder of your life worrying about others. If your mind keeps being occupied by other people, you will have no space left to build your own strength. Every minute spent checking how far others have gone is a minute you did not use to move yourself forward. Comparison does not just make you sad, it paralyzes you. You stop taking action because you already believe you have lost. You walk away from opportunities that could have been yours just because you are afraid of judgment. You forget that no one truly cares whether you are ahead or behind. Everyone is too busy thinking about themselves. The Stoics had only one rival, their previous self. They never asked, who is better than me? They asked, have I improved? Have I strengthened my will? Have I done what I said I would do? That is the true measure of an inner warrior. In today's world, comparison is even more dangerous. Every swipe of your screen is an attack on your confidence. You get pulled away, distracted, led off your path, and the scariest part, you slowly become a spectator of other people's lives instead of the main character in your own. You must understand that your destiny is not to be a lesser version of someone else. Your destiny is to be the highest version of yourself. What you need to focus on is not other people's speed, but your own direction. Moving slowly is fine. What matters is that you do not stop. Remember this, a bamboo tree can take up to 5 years to grow strong roots underground before it begins to rise. But once it does, it can grow nearly 3 feet or about 1 meter in a single night. Maybe you are still in your root building phase. No one sees it, no one claps. But if you give up now, you will never know how tall you could have grown. Micro action right now, place your hand on your chest, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I focused on my own journey? If not, turn off social media for the next 24 hours. Delete one app that tempts you to compare the most. Replace the time you spend watching others with time spent mastering your chosen skill. Another exercise. Each night, write down one small thing you did today that made you better than yesterday. Just one. The accumulation of those small things is what builds you into who you will be in 1 year, 3 years, 10 years. You do not need to beat anyone else. You just need to not lose to yourself. You do not need to be the best. You just need to be consistent. You do not need applause. You just need to continue. And when you keep going step by step, you will surpass the very people you once envied. Not because you wanted to beat them, but because you did not stop like most others do. Here is the final reminder. You are one of a kind. No one else has your journey. No one else has your strengths. No one else has your mix of past, talent, and desire. If you abandon your own path to chase someone else's, the world will lose a version of greatness it was never meant to miss. Now write this affirmation and say it out loud. It marks the line between someone trapped by comparison and someone who is free. Affirmation: I compete only with who I was yesterday. 5. Comfort is making you weaker. Each morning, your warm bed pulls you to stay for 5 more minutes. Each night, your phone drags you into an endless stream of quick content until your eyes grow heavy, but your mind refuses to let go. Good food, easy breaths, pleasant feelings, all of it is creating something dangerous. You are slowly getting weaker without even noticing. Marcus Aurelius once reminded us, treat your life like a training ground. A training ground is not designed to make you comfortable. It is designed to make you grow. Every drop of sweat is a moment you defeat the weaker version of yourself. But if you always choose comfort, you are giving up the chance to train your inner self every single day. Look back for a moment. The most elite armies, the greatest athletes, the people you admire most, none of them built strength in comfortable conditions. Challenge creates willpower. Pressure creates diamonds. Hardship is the environment where real strength is born. Yet the modern world does everything to avoid pain, avoid difficulty, avoid fatigue, and you get swept along without realizing it. Comfort is not an enemy that attacks at once. It is a silent enemy. It does not threaten you with screams or pain. It lulls you with softness. It convinces you that everything is fine, until one day you look back and realize you have stood still or slipped backward. You lose the immunity of your spirit. You become fragile in the face of any change in life. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you did something that made you uncomfortable? A physical challenge? A hard conversation? A step that made your hands shake? Or have you been choosing the path of least resistance for a long stretch of time? Epictetus taught, the unpleasant things often lead you exactly where you need to go. A body that does not move becomes weak. A mind that is not challenged becomes stagnant. A life that never faces difficulty never truly matures. Maybe you once started working out and quit because your muscles hurt. Ask anyone who has trained for years, that soreness is a sign that muscles are growing, not dying. In the same way, the pressure of life is a signal that you are advancing, but you must be willing to bear it. If you keep running from every difficulty, you are running from the opportunity to become strong. In today's technology, everything is optimized to satisfy you easily. Doorstep delivery, one-tap shopping, endless entertainment. You no longer need patience, waiting, or effort. When the brain gets used to ease, even small obstacles feel too big. And when you lose the ability to endure hardship, you lose the ability to build the life you want. A person who lives only in comfort will always live in fear. Fear of losing ease, fear of feeling tired, fear of small failures. But a Stoic warrior does not fear difficulty. They step into challenge on purpose. They see hardship as the fire that forges steel in the mind. They know the more you avoid pain now, the bigger the pain becomes later. The more you hide from difficulty, the more life punishes you. Here is an everyday example. You take the escalator instead of the stairs. You chase deadlines instead of working ahead. You avoid saying no and accept unnecessary tasks just to avoid inconvenience. Those small choices seem harmless, but you are feeding a weaker person inside you. Someone who always chooses short-term safety and receives long-term disappointment. You may have heard the phrase, the comfort zone is killing your dreams. The comfort zone is the death zone of growth because it makes you feel fine when you are not. It makes you forget that you are responsible for your own potential. The world does not need more people living average lives. The world needs you to become the maximum version of yourself. Look at the lives of people who make an impact. They did not beat you at the starting line. They beat you in their ability to step into discomfort every day. While many people try to reduce pressure, they look for ways to increase their capacity to handle it. They do not ask, when will this get easier? They ask, how can I get stronger? Here is an important truth. There is no time more perfect than right now to train your will. You do not need to wait for a crisis to change. You just need to begin with the smallest inconveniences. Micro action right now. Choose one simple but uncomfortable challenge. Take a cold shower for 30 seconds. Stand up and walk for 15 minutes instead of sitting. Complete a set of 20 push-ups. Trade 1 hour of entertainment for learning a new skill. It does not need to be huge. What matters is that you do it when you do not feel like it. That is how you train willpower. A second exercise, whenever you face two options, choose the harder one if it moves you toward your goal. If you choose the hard thing once, you gain a little strength. If you choose the hard thing 100 times, you build a warrior within. Ease will always call you back. It will tell you to rest more, wait more, hide more. But you must listen to another call. The call of your goals, your responsibility, and your glory. You did not come here to live safely and leave without being remembered. You came here to forge a blazing spirit. Every time you say no to comfort, you are saying yes to strength. Write and say this affirmation out loud as a declaration of war on your comfort zone. Affirmation: I choose the harder path because it is the path of a warrior. 6. The fear of failure is the real failure. When you see an opportunity, what is the first thing that appears in your mind? Excitement or doubt? Motivation or worry? Many people crave change, but stop right before the first step. The reason is not that they lack ability, it is that they fear failure. You fear a rejection. You fear being laughed at. You fear doing it wrong. You fear not being good enough. Here is what you may not realize, that fear already makes you fail before you even begin. Epictetus said, "We do not control what happens, but we always control how we respond." You cannot guarantee that everything will succeed, but there is one thing you can always guarantee, whether you take action or not. Look around you. The most successful people are not the ones who never fell. They are the ones who fell the most and did not stop. They do not let fear steer them. They turn fear into fuel. Do you remember the times you wanted to try something but backed out at the last minute? Writing a post to share what you believe, signing up for a course, sending an email to someone important, entering a competition, applying for a new job. You stopped because you imagined what people would think. You built walls that do not exist outside your mind. And we often overestimate risk and underestimate ourselves. Our brains are wired to avoid danger, but in modern society, the danger you avoid is no longer predators, volcanoes, or war. It is a look from someone else, a mocking laugh, a negative comment, a single no. Ask yourself, does one rejection kill you? Does a small failure destroy your life? Does one mistake make your value disappear? The answer is always no. Yet you act as if it is the end of the world. You let that tiny fear trade away your big life. You accept the lowest position just to feel safe in someone else's eyes. You let small things block great things. Marcus Aurelius warned, "Fear harms us more than the things we fear." You do not fail because you failed. You fail because you refuse to risk failing. You cannot win a game when you never step onto the field. Treat failure like a required course in the school of growth. If you fear it, you will stand outside the door of life forever. If you treat it like a teacher, you will learn faster, become stronger, and develop more courage than those who only watch. Do you know why children learn so quickly? Because they are not afraid to fall. They fall and stand up. Fall and stand up again. They do not overanalyze. They do not worry about what others think. As we grow up, we lose that courage. We become wise in a way that makes us weak. You ask, well, what if I try and fail? I ask you, what if you do not try and regret it for the rest of your life? You must choose one of two pains, the pain of action and occasional failure, or the pain of silence and lifelong self-blame. You will carry one of these. Only one will lead you where you deserve to go. Imagine yourself at 80 years old looking back at your life. What will hurt more? The times you tried and did not succeed, or the times you never tried and lost the chance forever? Just imagining it is enough to know the right choice. The Stoics do not seek guarantees. They seek growth. They know that every failure is a necessary piece in becoming the person they aim to be. Not beginning is a sentence that nails your life to a lower version of yourself. You were not born to be perfect. You were born to be perfected through constant action and constant mistakes. If you wait until you're no longer afraid to begin, you will never begin. You must carry your fear with you and act anyway. Micro action. Right now, choose one thing you are afraid to do. Send that message, publish that post, make that call, apply for that job, show up in the way you know you should show up, set a deadline within the next 24 hours. No excuses, no more hiding. Second exercise, write down 3 past failures. Under each one, write what you learned. You will see that every failure carries a reward. If you keep moving forward, you may tremble, but move forward anyway. You may worry, but take action anyway. You may feel fear, but never let fear decide your direction. Turn failure into your medal. Turn challenge into your training ground. Turn fear into the reminder that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Now lock in your new identity with this affirmation. Write it in the comments as your commitment to the journey. Affirmation: I am willing to fail in order to grow. 7. You will die sooner than you think. Have you ever stopped and truly thought about this? One day, you will not open your eyes again. No more chances to fix things, no more chances to love more, no more chances to start over. Your life, long or short, will end. Most of us live as if that day will never come. The Stoics held a core philosophy: memento mori, remember that you will die. Why bring up the thing everyone wants to avoid? Because awareness of death is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you up. It reminds you that each day is a precious chance to live as the person you want to become. Every morning is a gift. Every choice is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Marcus Aurelius told himself each morning, "You may leave life today." That sentence, which seems frightening, freed him from fear of failure and from waste. When you live that way, every moment has meaning. You stop procrastinating. You stop letting the trivial drown out what truly matters. Ask yourself, if this were the last year of your life, how would you live differently? Would you pursue the thing you keep dreaming about? Would you say the words you keep holding inside? Would you forgive what you've carried for too long? Would you keep the relationships that matter and firmly leave the ones that weaken you? But because you think you have plenty of time, you delay. You delay joy. You delay dreams. You delay action. You delay your own life. You forget that every day that passes is subtracted from the days you have left. Picture something simple yet haunting: an hourglass. The sand on top represents the time remaining. No one knows how many grains remain. All you know is that each grain is falling and cannot be taken back. People usually understand the value of time only when it is gone. Think of someone you knew who left too soon. A relative, a friend, a public figure. You were shocked. You told yourself you would honor time more. Then life swept you up and you returned to old habits. You think you are different, but no one is special in the eyes of time. Epictetus reminded us, no one is promised tomorrow. You have the right to plan for the future. You never have the right to guarantee that the future will arrive. This truth scares many people, but to the Stoic it becomes the power to live fully today. Memento mori does not say you will lose everything. It says you have everything, but not forever. Imagine your distant future, the day you lie there, eyes closed, breath slowing. What will run through your mind? Regret for what you never did? Or pride because you dared to live true? Will you ask, why did I not start earlier? Why did I fear other people's eyes so much? Why did I choose comfort over courage? Or will you smile and say, I truly lived? Now come back to the present. You hold a gift many people have lost, a chance to change, a chance to act, a chance to do something big enough that tomorrow you can look back and say with confidence, I am on the right path. It does not matter how old you are. It does not matter how much time you have wasted. What matters is that you see it and stop it today. Yesterday no longer has power over you. Today does. And each step from today leads to a different ending, an ending worth living for. Understand this. Death is not the enemy. The enemy is living as if you will not die. The enemy is the string of meaningless days. The enemy is forgetting that every passing second is priceless. Memento mori is the reminder that every action you take is writing your legacy. What you build today will remain when you leave this world. The question is, what do you want to leave behind? What do you want people to remember about you? A person who played it safe, or a person who lived with resolve and courage? Micro action right now. Write this down. If I had only 1 year left to live, what would I do? Underline the 3 most important things. Choose one that you can start within the next 24 hours. Your spirit needs evidence. That evidence comes from action, not thought. You cannot add more years to your life, but you can add more life to your years. You cannot control the final moment, but you can control how you live until the very last minute. Do not wait for a doctor to say, you do not have much time left. Treat today as the day you receive that news. Let death awaken you, not paralyze you. Only those who understand death truly understand how to live. Write this affirmation as a declaration to life. Affirmation: I live each day like a warrior who knows the value of time. Awakening the warrior identity. If you have made it here, I want you to look back on the past 60 minutes. You have faced 7 truths that very few people dare to look at directly. You did not turn off the video. You did not run away. That tells me one thing. Deep inside you, there is a strength you have not fully seen yet. Your former self spent far too much time waiting, procrastinating, fearing, comparing, choosing the easy path. But the one sitting here now, listening to every word, that is the new you. The new you has realized the real power is in your own hands. It is not in your environment. It is not in other people's judgments. It is not in your past. You have torn off the victim's cloak. You have chosen to become the one who leads. You have placed your hand on the steering wheel of your life. From this moment on, whenever you feel something is hard, you will remember difficulty is the signal that you are on the right path. Whenever you feel afraid, you will understand. Fear is the reminder that you are stepping outside your comfort zone. Whenever you feel like quitting, you will ask yourself, am I giving up on the goal, or am I giving up on the chance to become the best version of myself? Marcus Aurelius wrote, act today. No one has the right to guarantee that tomorrow will come. You are no longer living a backup life. You have stepped into the real one, and the real one does not allow waste. Every decision you make from today forward is a brick in the future you will be proud of. You must treat every day as a ritual of forging identity. You wake up early not to show anyone, but to defeat yourself. You train not to look good for anyone, but to become stronger than your weaker ego. You take action not to be praised, but to build a life worth living. Your old identity, the procrastinator, the one who fears mistakes, the one who waits for miracles, will try to pull you back. But you know the truth now. Every time you choose discipline over feelings, you are strengthening the warrior identity. Every time you step forward while your hands shake, you are becoming someone else. The person you have always known you could become. There's no more, I will try. There is no more, when everything is more favorable. There is no more, I am not sure I'm good enough. There are only 2 words left, I act. You have come too far to turn back. You know too much to pretend you do not know. You are too awake to let yourself fall asleep again. Life is watching you, time is flowing, and death is counting down. Hold your head high, clench your fist, and whisper in your mind with the solemnity of an oath, I choose to forge my character every day. I no longer live as the person I used to be. I am a warrior. I am the owner of my destiny. Act now to lock in. The new identity, by this moment you are no longer the person who started this video. You have listened, you have thought, you have faced truths most of the world avoids. But one final issue remains. Knowledge does not change your life. Only action does. You have 2 choices right now. 1, turn off the video and keep living as before. 2, confirm the warrior identity you just awakened. It is only one small decision, but it creates 2 completely different futures. If If you truly want to keep this upgrade, you must anchor it with a public action. That is why I want you to leave an affirmation in the comments. Not to help the algorithm, but to declare to the world that you have chosen a new path. Choose one of the sentences we have trained throughout this journey, or write all of them to lock your new identity in place. I take 100% responsibility for my own life. I take action even when I do not feel like it. I compete only with who I was yesterday. I choose the harder path because it is the path of a warrior. I live each day like a warrior who knows the value of time. Write the sentence that fits you best right now. That will be the official declaration that you have stepped into the top 1%. Next, if this video has awakened something inside you, press like. Not to make me happy, but to let YouTube know that you want to receive more content that trains willpower, trains thinking, and trains courage every day. Subscribe to Stoic Rise. This will be the place you return to whenever you need a reminder that you are walking the path of the few. We do not just watch a video and walk away. We train every day. We build a life of intention. We do not sit and wait for destiny. We create it. And if you know someone who needs to wake up, who is trapped in procrastination, who is letting time slip through their fingers, share this video with them. It might be the thing they need to change the direction of their life. Before you go, take 10 seconds to fulfill the first promise to your new self. Place your hand on your chest, take a deep breath. Say clearly to yourself that tomorrow will not be the same as today. You did not stop halfway, you made it to the end. That proves you belong to the rare group, the ones who finish what they start. From today forward, every day you take one more step, no matter how small, you move closer to the life you know you deserve. This journey is not over. It has just begun. I will see you in the next videos from Stoic Rise, where your inner warrior will continue to be forged day by day, choice by choice, breath by breath. Leave your affirmation right now. Look back at it after 30 days, and you will understand that today was the turning point, because you chose to live a life worth remembering.